Hello everyone, welcome to Bernard Business Consulting Live. Ask me anything for the last session of the year, okay? So let me see who are online with us already. So if you're ready to watch this live, so together with me, I'll be your speaker of the day. Then you can drop hi, hello in the comments so I know that who are here online with me today. Okay, the topic of our live today is all about ESG and sustainability in general. So it's about what are the highlights in 2024 and what to look forward to in 2025. I believe it's the end of the year. Some of you are already maybe go for a holiday. Some of you maybe come back already. Okay, so let's have a look at who are with us today here. Okay, so hi Rui, and then we have Abdul Ghani. Hello, hi Santana. Thank you for the interaction. Oh, hi Nabila, and also Mafuja. Okay, we have quite a number of people joining us from LinkedIn. I also want to take this chance to say hello to our friends and network partners who join us from YouTube as well. Okay, so hello, hi. For those joining from YouTube, you can drop a hello in the comment as well. Hi, Matthias. Nice to see you here. Yeah, Matthias is the green man. So if you know his story. Okay, so I see that we have some new faces here with us today. So I will walk you through the flow of our this 45 minutes live session. Okay, today is a bit special. We'll start off with a quick ice breaking. Okay, and followed by a short presentation by me. So I'll be sharing some insights, my opinions about the topic of the day, and lastly, followed by Q&A. So if let's say you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and we will discuss it along the way and also at the end of the session. Okay, so I think that we have quite a number of people joining us online already. Then I'll start with sharing my screen first, okay? Okay, can you see my screen? If yes, type yes in the comment. Okay, so let's begin with the short ice breaking first. Okay, so since as it's the end of the year already, so please share with me one word to conclude the year. Okay, keep the comments coming in. So, okay, I see that some people mentioned that they can't see the screen. Okay, let me try it again. Okay, I can see that we have, okay, let me check with the technical glitch. Okay, I think I've shared it. So let me know if you can see the screen now. Okay, all right. I think they're good. Haha, thank you for your patience. Okay, yeah, let's go through the comment. So we have Santana saying it's challenging. Yes, it is. And thank yourself for not giving up. Stay until now today, okay? All right, just keep going. So we have Abdul Ghani saying stagnant. Oh, I'd like to know why we would say that. And I say blessed. Yes, and a lot of things happen in our lives, but if we face them with a grateful heart, then I believe that everything will turn to the positive side. Okay. And we have Raymond saying vacation. Yes, I'm also preparing for my vacation next week. And we have Rui saying fruitful. Susan saying promising. Wow. And Matthias saying wow. Wow. Matthias, the next time I see you, I want to hear your story. And we have oh, okay. So we have a cute a film so forgot to share my okay. So thank you for sharing. So the one word that I want to use to conclude the year 2024 is cliff. 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 It's like cliff jumping, because from this year I think that I'm always challenging myself to get out of I want to jump or I stay, or I want to jump or I want to stay. So that a lot of emotions is happening inside me. So there are certain things happen that I choose to jump. Like yesterday, I just want to go for a holiday. I just decided to buy the flight ticket. So for me, it's like so cliff is the best word for me to describe my 2024 because it's challenging my old self, discovering my new self, and yeah, I'm learning to break. Okay, great. I'm back now. Okay, so I'll say that this live started a little bit wow. Okay, use the word shared by Matthias. Okay, so let me Okay, so I'll repeat this slide again. Okay, so I believe that this highlight is something big for Malaysia, especially because our government they decided to adopt the ISSB standards for our national sustainability reporting framework. S2 will be, I would say, our North Star, and for the companies to develop their sustainability reports. And I believe I would say that this decision is a game changer because we are finally seeing financial accounting and sustainability accounting merging into one. Okay, and as if you guys already know or you are new to these ISSB standards, one of the core requirements of ISSB standard is that they are linking sustainability related risks and opportunities to financial effects such as its impact to your revenue and cost, to your asset and liabilities, and also the cost of capital. Okay, so a lot of times we've been hearing from our clients, our friends working in corporate sustainability, they say that every time I want to propose sustainability improvement initiatives, of course it comes with a cost, but the result, the outcome doesn't always translate into profit. Okay, so the core of a business, the purpose of a business is to make money, to earn profit. So the CEO, the COO, they don't get it why we need to do sustainability improvement. They say, we tick the check boxes, we meet the minimum requirement, it's fine, it's good enough. But now with using this IFRS S1 and S2 standard as a tool for you to speak in the money language with your bosses, I believe that a lot of the corporate sustainability practitioners, you will find that it's something new, refreshing, and I believe that you will get more confident from your management to buy the idea to improve the sustainability performance of your company. Okay. All right. So, of course, other than ISSB standards, there are tons of standards out there. I would say that it's like a soup of alphabet over there. So a lot of times our clients ask us, Justin, then do you mean that there are so many standards coming up? Do I need to comply to all of them? Okay, so I'll say that no, no, no. You will go crazy if you want to do all of them at one shot. Okay, so you just focus on those that are required by the regulation, maybe in your country, okay, or to your exporting country. And the second is to focus on customer requests because you don't want to lose your business. You want to retain your customer. Okay, so I understand your stress. Okay, so but don't worry, we are here with you together. We are all in this together. Okay. All right, so the second highlights from 2024 is the reporting of Scope 3 emissions. Maybe back in 2019, 2020, 2021, you haven't really heard of companies measuring or reporting their Scope 3. The most they do is Scope 1, Scope 2. And I believe some companies in Malaysia, if they are listed on Bursa, then they are starting to report on Scope 3 emissions for business travel, for employee commuting. Okay, so companies disclosing basically more like around 15 the 15 categories, or they will do a screening to assess that okay, which categories are significant to my business. Okay, so verify those significant scope 3 emissions. And another thing is SBTI, science-based target initiatives. We have companies that are ambitious. They want to achieve long-term reduction targets. They want to achieve net zero targets. So SBTI also requires those companies to disclose scope 3 emissions and set targets towards it. Okay, so basically it's because of this policy level changes that encourages companies to report on scope 3. And because of this, we are also seeing more and more companies are starting to measure, report, and verify their product carbon footprint. So last time when we talk about scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 is talking about the emissions from organization. But now we are talking about emissions associated with a product. Okay, because this information is very useful for companies who are reporting their scope 3 emissions. They need the data for the category 1 capital goods, they need the data for category 2 purchase goods and services, so on and so forth. Okay. Well, of course, other than meeting the requirement of your customer asks for such data, then of course, then you're rushing, finding consultant, verification body to help you to verify your product carbon footprint, like using ISO 14067, BBC, Bernard Business Consulting. We are also providing such services to our client. We also find another group of clients, okay, where they are proactive. They take it towards they take a more strategic approach, I would say. Okay, so they say that why not I start disclosing my product carbon footprint and use this as an opportunity to expand my market, especially to the more premium market like EU and also the US. Okay, so when we talk about starting to sweating, they start rubbing their hand because it's not easy. Scope 3 data is not only coming from your organization, it's coming from your upstream and downstream stakeholders. So I would say that it involves a lot of data, a massive amount of data, and the journey is a lot more challenging than collecting data for scope 1 and scope 2, let's say. So maybe you can start engaging more with your suppliers, maybe invite them for online training, physical training, or sharing some resources, material with them to get them on board faster. Okay, so of course you do not want to always relying on those internet calculate your scope 3. So when you start to I will say plant the seed in the mind of your suppliers, then slowly maybe you can see in the next 2, 3, 5 years, they will come out with their own product carbon footprint solution. Okay, so of course, solar panel, I would say, is a low-hanging fruit. But tax incentive for companies to onboard on this. But also, so why decarbonization is gaining some momentum here is because you have already reported. Do you have any reduction target? How do you plan to achieve the target? And then what are the resources you need to invest to achieve the target? implementing the resources. So this is something like us area. So because of all these questions, the companies, they are like tired, they are frustrated. Wow, so many questions to answer. I can totally resonate with that kind of feeling because actually it happened in real life as well. Okay, you see, once you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, then your friends, your family will start to ask you, when are you getting married? Then after you get married, people will start asking, when are you getting your first child? And then after your first child is born, then people will keep asking, when are you going to give birth to your second child? So the question just keep coming because people are excited about what's next. If there's something for you to look forward to, I believe that is something exciting. I'm not sure if for you, is it something exciting or frustrating, depressing? Okay, so I would like to hear that from you. All right, so you can tell me in the comment. Okay, all right, so okay, this is a meme about a joke. So we have companies that are saying that, okay, let's start with those low hanging fruit like employee commuting. We start to reduce our carbon emission, and then the employees say, let me work from home. And then the what the employer, like, do they want to take this opinion as a solution? So this image is just meant for a joke, okay, just for fun. So there are many different ways for us to decarbonize. So of course, if you do some internal process optimization, is the easiest. Oh no, it's the cheapest, but not necessarily the easiest because you need to think very hard. Okay, and then probably the other ways to reduce your carbon emissions is by employment of like technology, new technology to improve efficiency or to increase carbon removal. And lastly, probably only then you want to consider buying carbon credits for offsetting. Okay, so as a conclusion, the significant ESG highlights from general and also implement. We have also a list of other highlights based on timeline on our website. So I will share with you the article later. Okay. Okay, so that's all for the first agenda. So for the next one, what 025? Okay, so the first thing I would say is the advancement of carbon accounting software. As you can listen from my sharing from the highlights from 2 4, a lot of them involve a lot of data accuracy. I would say that a lot, you see, when I type the word carbon accounting software, a lot of new software, existing software are up there. I would say they are mushrooming and they are evolving to be more innovative and comprehensive. Take Bernard Business Consulting as an example. We have a software, and ESG and also carbon is a integrated software that not only help you to store and visualize your ESG data, but it can also help you to calculate. And we are also transparent in disclosing what are the emission factors that you can choose based on the reporting standard you want or based on your geolocation. So those that fit you the most. And you can also attach an evidence for easy audit trails because we always encourage our clients to go for verification. That's the best way to avoid greenwashing. Other than that, I would like to share with you, such as we have the integration of smart energy meter with the ESG software, and the platform has an inbuilt IoT Internet of Things system. So if you install the smart energy meter on your equipment, then you can see the dashboard directly on the the software itself. So you don't need to like use two different software, and then later on you will be like, okay, how do I integrate two of them? So we have this thing all in one for you. Okay. And the other function that I think very useful is a direct trading of carbon credit. Usually, if you want to trade carbon credit, you need to have an account, maybe on BCX or on other platforms. But with our software, you can trade carbon credit directly. Okay, so we will manage all the documentation, all the tedious thing that you don't like for you. Okay, and when we talk about technology, right, it in the positive way, it's making us lesser workload, reduce our burden, but most of the people see it as a threat because take example AI, because we use a lot of AI in our software, where the AI can help you to screen your data, to identify data abnormalities, and also help you to write the sentences, create the story to tell your data. But we will say that, the AI will be taking over my job. I'll be losing a lot of job. A lot of people will get unemployed. So they see this AI as something evil. But if we change the way of how we see this AI, right? The only way to keep AI from taking your job is to use AI to do your job better. Okay? Yeah. So actually, AI is just a tool. It's a tool. So it really depends on the human or who have the intention on how do you want to use this tool. So take me as an example. Next week I'm traveling to Vietnam. So I only have 1 week to prepare. So it's like, where should I visit? So I just go to the AI example like ChatGPT or Gemini. Then I just tell them, okay, please generate a 5 days itinerary for me. I would like to visit Hanoi and also Ho Chi Minh. So tell me what I should wear, and also what are the food I should eat, and also what are the food I should eat. And also recommend me the transportation I can take. So it come out with a complete itinerary for me. So I would think that easy make my life easier. Okay. So I'll leave this for you to decide if you think AI is helping you, or you might think it another way. Okay. So the second trend, I believe, is the continuation of the implementation of decarbonization solution. So I believe it will continue to gain momentum and probably last for the upcoming few years. So in the past, we have been talking about energy conservation, renewable energy, and but I will say that beginning next year, we will start to talk more about carbon removal, carbon offsets, carbon credits, new energy, and also new energy. And I believe that climate adaptation will also gain more attention than before, because you see, we have the floods are happening in Malaysia. It's quite terrible this year. We have a lot of cities, places, clusters, even Malacca, Ipoh are also being hit by floods, very terrible floods. So we cannot say that wait until 2050 I want to hit net zero. Then what happened to the people in between these years? So I believe that we need to do something on climate adaptation as well. And other than the so you can see that I believe that smart meters, insulation materials, circular economy will not be something optional, but instead becoming a minimum requirement or something mandatory for or almost every new projects that we have in the future. Okay, so I believe that it's here to stay. We have been seeing companies, they have been working on energy conservation. It always starts from there first, and also decarbonization. So they have been doing. They've been a lot of times they are using internal resources first, they want to develop or train their own talent. They want to we will reach the bottleneck where we have been like racking our brains and cannot think of any idea yet. And I would say it's good also for sometimes to ask or hire a consultant, just or someone external to your organization to help you. Why? Okay, because I always describe this as like consultant is like an eagle. So we have an eagle view of your organization, so we can easily spot any opportunities opportunities or risks, and we can help you in that. Okay, so it's not like you must listen 100% to consultant, but at BBC, how we work is that we cannot do everything. You are in the organization for so many years, you know your unique circumstances the best. And we have our experience, our technical experts to come in with you. So both of us it's like we can do everything. It's something very exciting for us, okay? So we have been helping our clients in this way, and we see them succeed. So I believe that if those that are listening us today, if you are facing the same situation, you're like at the bottleneck already, so I think that you can give this a chance to hire a consultant to help you. Okay. And the third emerging trend, I would say, is inner development goals. Okay, so has any one of you heard of this word before? So if it's your first time seeing this inner development goals, you can one, type number one in the comment and let me know. For me, actually, I also first know about this IDG this year. Okay, so IDG, it is a concept that emphasizes on the importance of the how to say personal growth. It's looking more on individual instead of the organization or nation as a whole. It starts from individual personal growth and spirituality, because it's proven that we cannot achieve sustainability if we don't have, if we ourselves, the people, is not resilient. Yeah. So this framework, it focuses on inner skills such as being your relationship self, thinking, how do you care for others and the world, collaborating, social skills, and also acting, which when there's action, then only change will happen. Okay, so basically this trend highlights the need for businesses to foster a culture that promotes well-being and also ethical leaderships. All right. So I believe that without a fundamental shift in human values and leadership capacities, those external solutions to our global challenges, climate change, take it as an example. When we ask, okay, what is the root cause? It always goes back to human. Yeah. So instead of saying I want to save the world, I think we should start saying we need to save the human. Okay. And I think this image describe says a lot. Okay, look inward before looking outward. See the solution to our problems. So, for the reason might not be the trigger out in the world, but the way we react to those triggers. So, you see that we have a lot of policy changes, new technologies coming up, especially in 2024. It's a bit crazy for Malaysia. Okay, and how are we, the people, accepting this change? How do we react to it? So it says a lot, and it tells a lot on, it translates into our physical health, our mental health. So for me, I think at the end of the day, we still need to take care of our own self lah. First, then only you start to look at the bigger role. So, to my fellow sustainability professionals who are here with me today, I just want to tell you that you are doing fine. You are all right. Okay. So I know that sometimes the rapid changes is a bit frustrating, but let's learn to celebrate every small success. Okay. And you just need to keep going because that's life. Yeah. And if you feel like you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out to those you trust. Okay. So if you feel like everything is happening too fast, a lot of things happening, just slow down. Take a step back, take a deep breath, and then perhaps it can help you to gain some clarity. Okay, so plans for 2025. And yeah, so what are the actions that you can take to prepare yourself ahead? So at BBC, we have come up with this transformation model. I would say it's workable because it's developed throughout our years of experience working with different people all around the world. So we categorize the actions into three pillars. Number one is awareness. Number two is monitoring. And number three is monitoring. So I would like to know more about at which stage do you think you are at now? Okay, so you can type in a comment, tell me awareness, monitoring, or you are already doing decarbonization. So I'll tell you why is this important. Okay, so because if you need to know where you are before you want to plan, strategize what actions you need to take next. Okay, so awareness, if let's say you are new to this, then new to ESG sustainability, then perhaps you can start to gain some clarity through engaging workshops and also mindfulness program. And then if monitoring, then if you have gained some knowledge, then I'll advise you to start doing something. Some people, there are people who track ESG for a long time and they don't even realize it. They keep attending a lot of trainings, conference, exhibitions. It's like becoming a museum already, that they think can make them more successful. But I tell you, you learn faster by doing, and just do right away. Feel fast So if you are already measuring and reporting your ESG data, then I will say that you are ready to move on to the next stage, which is decarbonization. Come up with strategy. How do you want to align your business goals to your sustainability goals? And what are the decarbonization solutions out there that you can use that is unique, I would say suitable, practical to your organization. Okay, and at Bernard Business Concept, so we can say that we are something like a one-stop solution provider. So if you want to know more about workshops or mindfulness program, we have it on our Bernard Business Academy. You can go to bernardbc.com/calendar. We have all the workshop and e-learning courses listed out there for you. Okay, and if you need help to come up with reports such as ESG and sustainability report, ISO 14064 and also 67 for product carbon footprint, CBAM, EUDR if you are in the rubber or in the oil pump industry, CSRD, SBTI, etc. We can help you with that as well. And lastly, we have our technology solutions. So I will say that this is the end of my presentation. So I will look through the comments now, okay, to do some question and answer with you. I think maybe because this is the last question, so I will just live of the I will give you some time, okay? I will extend the live a little bit so that I can answer your questions, okay? Okay, so I've seen the first question from Susan about scope 3 emissions. So Susan asked what strategies or initiatives have proven most effective for clients in reducing scope 3 emission. Okay, so scope 3 emission, there are a lot of things for us to see. So if you want to say the easiest way is to look into your waste. So the emissions from waste is calculated in under scope 3. So try to use recycling it. Actually, you realize that the emission factor for recycling is higher than landfill. But the key thing here is you send your waste for recycling, and then for the raw material, the product that you use, you need to consider if there's any recycled content. So I take plastic as an example. So when I'm calculating the product carbon footprint for my clients in the plastic industry, they are, how to say, they use post-industry plastic waste. So the emissions from raw material directly goes to zero. You will be surprised. Okay, so I would say that look into waste, look into the alternative green raw materials that you are purchasing. Those, I would say, those are the low hanging fruit that you can start. Yeah. And some of my clients, they also say that they try to reduce their business travel. They do hybrid or online meetings. If let's say they have HQ in overseas or they have clients at overseas. But of course, sometimes traveling or physical interactions is still needed lah, because that's how humans are connected, right? And so maybe there's an addition to Susan questions is just a sharing with you lah. So when we talk about scope 3, a lot of times it's all about supply chain. So um we can see that the ESG, the responsibility is being cascaded down very fast. When we have our client based in Johor, so what they are just a small recruitment agency, and then they are being audited by their customer using RBA, using some other ISO 37,000, some other ESG related standards lah. So why is this happening to them? It is because the customer of their customer, which is a very big consumer electronic product manufacturer, they are the pioneer in this green ESG as a role model in the electronic devices industry. So they have the commitment and they want their supply chain, which is I would say this customer is like their supplier for their electronic parts of it, because they are assemble it, so the manufacturer of the electronic parts are affected. And now they are also requesting their supplier, which are the recruitment agency, to comply to the standards that they are following. So this is the current situation that we are seeing right now. We can't say that scope 3 is only affecting big corporates, but it is also coming towards SMEs. Okay, so here Susan has a follow-up question. While a digital tool or platform do you recommend for tracking and reporting scope 3 emission? So at Bernard Business Consulting, we have the software ready for you. So if you want to know more, then you feel free to text me or contact Bernard Business Consulting for more information. And we have a question from Mafuja. So it's about generating waste. waste to energy technologies such as biogas, solid waste to electricity, and second generation biofuels. So we're just trying to reach investors but fail. So any help from your group and consideration about these three waste to technology, waste to energy technology? Okay, so I think it probably a lot of times here is the investor cannot see the return in money. So in the way is you can reach out to us, so we can help you on how to develop your I'll say it's a pitch or your plan on how to make it into turn it into something understandable by investor. Of course, example in Malaysia, we have government that are also pushing waste to energy plant. So it is if the government is doing something, of course the investor will somehow follow the direction. So Mafuja, if you need help in doing so, you can always reach out to us and let's see how we can help you. Okay, all right. So I think that's the questions we have here, and I think we are almost at the end of the session. Okay, so I would like to thank you everyone for joining this session, and I will see you next year. So I hope that your holidays and New Year are filled with happiness. Okay. So if you have any comments or questions or you want to know more about our services, then you can find us, contact us from our website. I will share with you the contact details in the comment later. Okay. All right. So thank you everyone for participating. It's really nice talking to all of you before I go for a holiday. Okay. All right. So I think I'll see you next year then. Bye.